I know her coaches have spoken. I can tell you how much progress, rapid progress she's made.
So this is Hamadtou, the 48-year-old from Dumyat. Astonishing story, an astonishing player.
Being able to come here and surf this amazing man-made wave, it makes you just giggle and giddy.
The only time he's been defeated at the Paralympic Games, Gabriel dos Santos Araújo, the 22-year-old, known to many as Gabrielzinho.
Snowbird Misandal by more than 27 seconds in the H4 hand cycling time trial at Brands Hatch. Zanardi had both legs amputated following a near-fatal accident.
In real life, actual heroes, they don't fly in the sky, but can run 100 meters in 13.98 seconds with only one leg. They don't need superpower aim like Hawkeye, can hit a perfect shot without hands and still win medals. These individuals may have physical disability, but they have achieved more than many with full physical health. Let's understand the superheroes around us, the story about their life, which might change your life too. Imagine trying to hit a target far away, but without hands. How would you do it? Meet Sheetal Devi. Was born on January 10, 2007 in Kishtwar village, Jammu Kashmir. She was born with a rare physical condition called phocomelia. As a kid, Sheetal loved climbing trees. It wasn't just a game for her, it helped to build her upper body strength. Maybe she never realized that time, but that strength, it built her spirit. In 2021, the Indian Army organized a youth event in Kishtwar. That's where the coach first noticed Sheetal's raw talent. They initially trying to fitting her with prosthetics, but it did not work. So they kept looking for answers. They came across Matt Stutzman, an American archer born without arms, who shoots using his leg. His story lit a spark in Sheetal's mind, but doubt still holding her back. Could she really do this? With encouragement, she began training under coach Kuldeep Vedwan. It wasn't easy. Sheetal often questioned herself, unsure if she could pull it off. But deep down, she always wanted to do something meaningful in her life. So she kept working harder every day. Through relentless effort, Sheetal developed unique shooting techniques. She gripped the bow with her right foot, lifted with her leg, draws the string using her shoulder, and released the arrow. In 2022, Sheetal competed at the Para Archery Nationals in Haryana, her first major step into the spotlight. Soon after, she entered the Junior Nationals in Goa. She did not win a medal, but she won something more powerful: the admiration and the heart of everyone watching. In 2023, Sheetal burst into the world stage.
Sheetal Devi.
She won silver at the World Championship, followed by 2 golds and a silver at the Asian Para Games. By the end of the year, she was ranked number 1 in the world in the Para compound archery. She also won gold at the Kilo India Para Games and was honored as the best youth athlete by the Asian Paralympic Committee and earned a nomination for the prestigious Arjun Award. Today, Sheetal travels the world alongside her teammates Romika Sharma, who support her through it all, helping her stretch, carrying equipments, even assisting with meals. More than a teammate, Romika is a sister on the road. At the Paris 2024 Paralympic, Sheetal made history.
Age only 17 years old, silver medalist at last year's World Championships at the age of 16. Oh, what a start for Devi.
17.
She scored 703 out of 720 in the ranking round, breaking the previous world record. She missed the top spot by just 1 point. In the round of 16, she faced a narrow defeat, but in the mixed team event, she made a strong comeback by teaming up with Rakesh Kumar, beating Italy 156 to 155 to win bronze medal and match the Paralympic record. From a farming family in a remote mountain village to standing tall on the world stage, Sheetal Devi's story is one of the grit, talent and unstoppable determination. She proved one thing: your limits don't define you, your determination does, which also proved by...
So this is Hamadtou, the 48-year-old from Dumyat, with the toes on, story, an astonishing player. Been playing since 1986. He said in his village they played table tennis and football. I played both because it was a challenge.
Ibrahim Al-Husseini Hamadtou, an Egyptian para-table tennis champion whose story is a reminder for you anything is possible in life. In a small village in Egypt in 1973, Ibrahim Al-Husseini Hamadtou was born into an ordinary family with ordinary dreams. Like other children, he ran through dusty streets, playing with friends, and imagined a bright future. His life, however, changed forever at the age of 10. A tragic train accident cost him both of his arms. In a single moment, childhood innocence was replaced with a harsh new reality. For many, such a loss would have meant the end of ambition. For Ibrahim, it became the beginning of a different path. Growing up in his village, sports were a central part of community life. The main games available were football and table tennis. Ibrahim's first attempt to play football, but without arms, he struggled to fully participate and control the game. Instead of surrendering to frustration, he searched for another way. One day, while watching his friends playing table tennis, he asked himself a simple yet powerful question: why not me? That question became the turning point of his life. Determined to play, Ibrahim held the paddle in his mouth and learned to grip and control it with his jaw. He developed a unique techniques, using his foot to toss the ball into the air before striking it with precise head movement. In the beginning, it looked awkward. People were surprised, some even laughed, but Ibrahim did not allow embarrassment to stop him. What others saw as impossible, he treated as a skill waiting to be mastered. Through daily practice, he strengthened his neck muscles, refined his timing, and improved his balance. What began as experimentations slowly turned into discipline. Discipline turned into skill, and skill turned into excellence. Over the years, he progressed from local competitions to national tournaments, proving that ability is not defined by physical condition, but by determination and creativity. His breakthrough on international stage came in 2014. Ibrahim gained global attention for his extraordinary playing style. The world watched in surprise as a man without arms competed strongly against top athletes. Holding the paddle in his mouth and serving the ball with his foot, he was no longer just a participant, he was a serious competitor. Before the global recognition, he had already proven his talent by winning silver medal at the African Para Table Tennis Championships in 2011 and 2013. In 2016, Ibrahim qualified for the Paralympic in Rio, becoming widely recognized around the world for his remarkable techniques. He returned again for the 2020 Summer Paralympic in Tokyo, not only to compete but also to inspire millions who saw in him a powerful example of resilience, determination, and the human spirit. Today, Ibrahim Al-Husseini Hamadtou represents far more than athletic achievements. He represents the human capacity to adapt, to innovate, and to persevere. His life challenges the common belief that success depends on physical advantage. Instead, his journey demonstrates that mindset, discipline, and courage are often stronger than circumstances. His story teaches us important lessons. Life may take sometimes from us, sometimes unfairly and without warning. Yet even in loss, we retrain our essential power, the power to choose our response. Ibrahim chose persistence over self-pity actions, over despair and belief over doubts. In the world where many people give up at the first obstacle, his journey stands as proof that limitations don't define destiny. Through determination and relentless practice, he transformed tragedy into success. Born in paradise, raised by the waves, Bethany Hamilton, a real hero, an American professional surfer, writer, and a true embodiment of strength and faith. Bethany was born on February 8, 1990 in Louis, Hawaii. Bethany started surfing at the age of 3. Surfing wasn't just a hobby in her family, it was a way of life. By the time she was 7, she was already competing. By 8, she had sponsors. And by age 13, she was one of the Hawaii top young surfers, already living her dreams, riding the waves and chasing her passion. But it said sometimes, God bless you through hardship, not to break you, but to build strength you don't know you have. Then, on the morning of October 31, 2003, everything changed. Bethany was surfing off the north shore of Kauai when a 14-foot tiger shark attacked. In a single brutal movement, she lost her left arm. She was refused to the hospital. She had lost over 60% of her blood. Doctors were not sure she could make it, but Bethany Hamilton did more than survive. She recovered fast. Just 26 days later, she was back in the water surfing. With a custom boat and incredible resilience, she had to relearn everything: how to paddle, how to balance, how to compete with only one arm. But she did not just come back, she came back stronger. She learned to surfing with only one arm and proved the world that nothing could hold her back. By 2005, she was winning nationals title again. Her story became a beacon of hope and inspiration. Her story reached millions through her autobiography. Soul Surfer later turned into a Hollywood movie.
And it's a well-done movie.
It was amazing. It was awesome. I mean, it was true to who she is and what she stands for.
I felt like I was so caught up in the film. I felt like I was right in there surfing with her, feeling all those same emotions.
Bethany was never chasing fame. She was chasing purpose. Bethany had since become a role model, appearing on television shows, winning awards and speaking worldwide. Her message of courage, faith and perseverance continues to inspire millions. Today, Bethany is more than an athlete. She is a wife, a mother, a motivational speaker and a mentor. She speaks openly about faith, motherhood, body image and mental strength.
Yes, there's challenges, and yes, it's difficult at times, but the beauty sure outweighs the challenge. And I look forward to every single day serving my beautiful children and sharing life with them. Children are true wealth, and they are truly the greatest blessing that God has to offer us, alongside of His grace. And so today, as we rally around a cause that God has called us to protect life and to love our neighbor, to come alongside of that young man and woman who are thinking of choosing death, to be that person to bring them hope. You know, when I lost my arm, someone came alongside of me and gave me hope. They reminded me of God's love and that maybe there was more to my life and who knew what was possible. And so these women, they need hope, they need encouragement, they need light in their life. And we as a society need to combat the lies that are being fed to them each and every day. To all the women who feel like they're not ready for this, let's be a reminder to them to be willing to try, to put themselves out there, to do what seems impossible.
Bethany Hamilton, a true soul surfer, proving that strength is not just about muscles, but about the heart. What does it take to rebuild your life from nothing? Not once, but twice. This is the story of Alex Zanardi, a man who did not just survive tragedy, but transformed it into something greater. Alex Zanardi was born on October 23, 1996 in Bologna, Italy, and grew up in nearby town of Castel Maggiore. His childhood was simple, hardworking family, and modest surrounding. By the age of 13, he lost his sister Christina, a promising swimmer, died in a car accident. This loss deeply affected him, introducing him early to pain and resilience. Around the same time, he discovered kart racing. Without financial resources, Alex built his first kart himself, using discarded wheels and metal pipes from his father's workplace. What he lacked in money, he made up for with determination. By 1988, Alex had entered Italian Formula 3. His early results were not extraordinary, but his persistence stood out. In 1989, he secured 2 pole positions and 3 podium finishes, despite technical disadvantage with his car. His breakthrough came in 1991 when he joined Formula 3000. In his very first race, he achieved victory, and by the end of the season, he had won 3 races and finished second overall in the championship. That same year, he stepped into Formula 1, the pinnacle of motorsport. Between 1991 and 1994, Alex raced in Formula 1 with teams like Jordan, Minardi, and Lotus. His finest moment came at the 1993 Brazilian Grand Prix. He secured a 6th place finish, earning the only championship point of his career. His Formula 1 career was full of mechanical failures and limited opportunity. By 1994, his time in the Formula 1 had come to an end, leaving him at the crossroad. Instead of giving up, Zanardi moved to United States in 1996 to compete in the kart series. Initially, teams saw little interest in him, but a single test drive earned him a seat with Cheap Gassing Racing. That season, he won 3 races, secured 6 pole positions, and finished 3rd overall. And he got honored by Rookie of the Year. One of the most iconic moments of his career came at Laguna Seca in 1996. Where he executed a daring overtake at the cross-crew corner, a move that became famous known as the Pass 7. Zanardi reached the peak of his racing career in 1997 and 1998. In 1997, he won 5 races and secured his first kart championship. In 1998, he was even more dominant, winning 7 races and achieving 15 podium finishes to claim his 2nd consecutive title. His success combined with his charismatic celebrations, spinning his car in a tight circle after victories, earned him the nickname the Donut King and made him a fan favorite. In 1999, Zanardi returned to Formula 1 with Williams, carrying high expectation. However, the season was marked by poor performance, technical issues, and bad luck. His best finish was 7th place, and by the end of the season, he left Formula 1 for good. He later tried to revive his kart career, but what came next would change his life forever. On September 15, 2001, during the American Memorial Race in Germany, Zanardi was involved in a catastrophic crash. While rejoining the track after a pit stop, he lost control of his car and was stuck at the high speed by another driver. The impact was devastating. Zanardi lost both of his legs and nearly 3/4 of his blood. He underwent hours of emergency surgery, and his survival itself was uncertain. When Zanardi regained his consciousness, his response defined his character. Instead of focusing on what he had lost, he focused on what remained. He said that he looked at the half that was still there, not the half that was gone. He began an intense rehabilitation process and even designed prosthetics leg to suit his needs. Less than 2 years after the accident in 2003, he returned to the race using special adapted hand control. From 2003 to 2009, he competed in Touring Car Championship and won 4 races, proving that his competitive spirit remained intact. Zanardi's journey didn't stop with motorsport. He discovered a new passion in hand cycling.
I enjoy training on my own.
In 2007, after only 4 weeks of training, he finished 4th in the New York City. By 2011, he had won the same event. His greatest achievements in his new chapter came at 2012 London Paralympic. On September 5, 2012, he won a gold medal in the F4 time trials, finishing over 27 seconds ahead of his closest competitor. 2 days later, he secured another gold medal in the road race, followed by a silver medal in the team. He continued his success at the 2016 Rio Paralympic, where he won 2 gold medals and a silver, cementing his legacy as a Paralympic champion. In 2014, he competed the Ironman World Championship in 9 hours 47 minutes and 14 seconds. In 2018, he broke the Ironman world record in the disabled category with astonishing time of 8 hours 26 minutes and 6 seconds. These achievements demonstrate not only his physical strength but also his extraordinary mental resilience. Yet, life tested him again. On June 19, 2020, Zanardi was involved in another accident while competing in a hand cycling race in Italy. He lost control of his handbrake and collided with a truck, suffering serious head injury. He underwent multiple surgeries and was placed in a medically induced coma. Once again, his survival was uncertain. Over the following months, he gradually regained his senses, first his sight and hearing and the ability to communicate. By 2021, he was able to return his home and continue his recovery. Alex Zanardi. Life is not just a story about racing or sport. It is a story about resilience, perspective, and choice. He faced unimaginable loss, his leg, his career, and nearly his life. Yet each time he chose to move forward. He rebuilt himself again and again, finding new purpose in every chapter. Alex Zanardi, a true champion.
And Jacek Czech going sub 60 seconds, but still not on the podium.
Gabriel Geraldo dos Santos Araújo, often known as Gabriel Zinho, was born in Brazil in 2002. From the very beginning, his life was different. He was born with a rare condition, phocomelia, that affected the development of his arms and leg. Many people might see this as a limitation, but for Gabriel, it became the starting point of a powerful journey. Growing up, Gabriel faced challenges that most children never have to think about. Simple daily tasks required extra effort, but instead of feeling defeated, he developed something stronger, resilience. His family played an important role, supporting him and encouraging him to explore life without fear. Swimming entered his life almost by accident. What started as a way of move freely in water soon became something more deeper. In water, Gabriel felt something he didn't always feel in land: freedom. As he spent most of his time in the pool, people began to notice something special. He wasn't just swimming, he was excelling. His body, which struggled on land, adapted beautifully in water. His strength, balance, and determination made him stand out. He began training seriously and entered competitions. Step by step, Race by race, he improved. What once started as a simple activity turned into a purpose. Gabriel found his identity, not his limitations, but in his ability. At just 13 years old, his physical education teacher, Al-Husseini, saw something in him that even Gabriel had not yet discovered. Without telling Gabriel or his parents, he signed him up for a school swimming competition. Gabriel participated and won 3 gold medals. The moment changed everything. What started as an unexpected competition became a life direction. Gabriel began training seriously, entering the S2 classification, one of the most physical demanding categories in Paralympic swimming. He went on to win multiple gold medals in the S2 category. His victories were not just about medals, they were about breaking expectations. People around the world saw not his disability but his strength. He became a symbol of hope, especially for young people facing physical and mental challenges. Without arms and with limited leg movements, Gabriel had to invent his own techniques, and he did something extraordinary. He swam like a dolphin with rhythm, speed, and fluid motion. He moved through water in a way that stunned coaches and competitors. His unique style earned him the nickname Rocketman. It wasn't just a name, it was a symbol of how fast and far he was going. By 2019, at just 17 years old, Gabriel was already making history at the Pan American Game in Lima. He won 5 medals. Gold in the 50-meter and 100-meter freestyle, silver in the 200 freestyle, bronze in the 50-meter backstroke and 50-meter butterfly. His performance earned him national recognitions and proved that he was no longer just a promising athlete, he was a rising star. Gabriel's life changed forever when he competed in the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic representing Brazil. He shocked the world. He didn't just compete, he dominated, winning 2 gold medals and 1 silver medals. In the S2 classes, one of the toughest category, Gabriel wasn't just winning races, he was redefining what the human body and mind can achieve. Then came the Paris 2024 Paralympic. Gabriel reached another level. He won 3 more gold medals in the 50-meter backstroke, 100-meter backstroke and 200-meter freestyle. But that wasn't all. In the 150-meter individual MS2, he broke the world record twice in one day. That moment captured everything Gabriel represents. Relentless effort, fearless mindset, and the courage to go beyond limits. Outside the water, Gabriel is grounded and full of life. Gabriel Araújo is not just a swimmer, he is not just a champion, he is a message. A message that says your body doesn't define your future, your circumstances doesn't decide your limits, your mindset does. From a boy born with physical challenges to the world record breaking Paralympic legend, Rocketman continued to inspire millions, and his story reminds us of something simple yet powerful. You are more than your circumstances.
A new Paralympic champion. Just testing the foil on the bib of the masks. Salute.
Beatrice Maria Adelaide Mircea Vio, better known as Bebe Vio, Italian wheelchair fencer and a global symbol of resilience and excellence in Paralympic sports. A 2-time world champion, a 2 times European champion, and a 2-time Paralympic gold medalist. She had not just changed the game, but also the conversation around disability and human potential. But her story is not just about titles, it's about redefining what is possible. Born on March 4, 1997 in Venice, Italy. From the age of 5, she fell in love with fencing. it quickly became more than just a sport. It became part of who she was. However, her journey took a dramatic turn at the age of 11 when she contracted severe meningitis, a life-threatening illness that forced doctors to cut off both her forearms and leg below the knees in order to save her life. In a single moment, everything changed, but Bebe Vio's spirit could not be broken. After more than 3 months of intense rehabilitation, she made a decision that could define her life. She would return to fencing. This was not just about sport, it was about identity, purpose, and proving that her story was not just over. Bebe Vio adapted to wheelchair fencing and became the first athlete to compete using prosthetic limbs in such a way. Under the guidance of her coaches Federica Berton and Alice Esposito, she entered her first wheelchair fencing competition in 2010 with prosthetics, determination, and unbeatable grit. In 2013, she made history by winning her first World Cup and was named International Paralympic Athlete of the Month. In 2014, she became European champion, and in 2015, she reached the top world by winning the World Championship title. Her journey was not just about winning, it was about showing the world what resilience truly looks like. Her defining moment came at the Rio 2016 Paralympic, where she delivered a performance that inspired millions. Beatrice won gold in the foil B category, cementing her place among the greatest athletes in Paralympic history. But she didn't stop there. At the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic, she proved her greatness once again by winning her second Paralympic gold medal. Beyond the medals and victories, Bebe Vio has become the powerful voice in the world. She actively advocates for early vaccination, using her personal stories to raise awareness and help others. She stands not just as an athlete, but as a symbol of hope, strength, and courage of anyone facing adversity. Bebe Vio is not just a fencer. She is not just a champion. She is a message. Her life tells us that even after losing everything, you can rebuild something even greater. That strength is not just physical, it is mental, emotional, and deeply human. Bebe Vio has shown that the world with courage, determination, and the heart, we can overcome anything. Her story reminds us of something simple yet powerful. You can choose your life how to live by yourself. Terry Fox was born on July 28, 1958 in Winnipeg, Canada, and grew up in Port Coquitlam, British Columbia. From the young age, he was known for his determination and strong will. He loved sports, especially basketball and running. He was not like most naturally talented athletes, but what made Terry different was his mindset. He refused to give up. At the age of 18, his life changed forever when he was diagnosed with osteogenic sarcoma, a rare and aggressive form of bone cancer. To save his life, doctor had to cut off his right leg above the knee. For many people, this could have ended their dreams. But for Terry, it became the beginning of something greater. While in the hospital, Terry witnessed pain and suffering of other cancer patients, especially children. This experience deeply affected him. He made a decision that would define his life. He would run across Canada to raise money for cancer research. He wanted to bring hope to others who were fighting the same battle. In 1980, Terry began his journey, which he called the Marathon of Hope. He dipped his artificial leg into the Atlantic Ocean and began running west. His goal was to run marathon, about 42 kilometers every single day. Despite pain, exhausted, and harsh weather, he kept going. His unique running style, a hope step motion caused by his prosthetics leg, became a powerful symbol of courage and determination. At first, few people noticed this effort, but slowly, as he continued running every day, people began to pay attention. Communities gathered to support him. Donation started to grow. Terry was no longer running alone. He was carrying the hope of entire nation. After 143 days and 5,373 kilometers, Terry was stopped near Thunder Bay, Ontario. The cancer had returned and spirit in his lungs. He could not continue his run. It was heartbreaking moments, but by then, Terry had already achieved something extraordinary. He had united a country and inspired millions. Terry Fox passed away on June 28, 1981 at just 22 years old, but his dream didn't end with him. The Terry Fox Run became an annual event held around the world, raising millions of dollars of cancer research. His legacy continued to grow and helped countless people and bringing hope to those in need. Terry Fox is not just remembered as a runner or a cancer patient. He is remembered as a symbol of courage, selflessness, and the power of human spirit. His story teaches that even in the face of pain and hardship, one person can make a difference. From a young boy with a dream to a national hero, Terry Fox continued to inspire the world. His story reminds of something simple yet powerful. You are more than your circumstances.